Are we back? Are we back? Are we back? We'll be back. We'll be back. We'll be back. I just want y'all to hear me louder than the game, you feel me? So I hope this works. Game found. Oh, my back. Game is found. You know what I'm saying? So the mic gonna be under my mode right now. Anybody got a mic? Anybody have a mic? Anybody have a mic? 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 Oh. Oh, man, cool, man. Where you going? See how we drop together and nobody's together? But how I did get my mic to work, bro? I pressed something. Go, nigga, go, go! This is how you flee the situation. I ain't got no blicks, no nothing. Set up. Don't set up your boy. Right there. Super fast. Shut up. I'm tired, bro. Drive. Stop doing foolishness. That's your boy doing it. Damn, bro. You take your car. Oh my gosh. Your car. Oh my. He's gone, bro. Oh man, I'm yawning. Do you need some background music? So, no. You can leave and watch me. I hope you watch me, bro. If I get banned, but I mean, copyrighted. Doggy style. I'm dead. Good thing I get my Genoid. A lot of people add though.
Loco.
Rocky, Rocky, oh, my backer. I don't know why my backer. Doggy style.
Excusez-moi, veux-tu danser comme pas? Moi, pas comme pas maïsien. On me demande de moi, ça y
BBL. Oh, my back. Allora muove, ora via. Oh my dash. Culpa la maison. Kylian Mbappé. Ousmane Dembélé. I had him, but it's just I didn't even know my gun running old in the first place.
Could the Miami Heat trade Andrew Wiggins to the Los Angeles Lakers this offseason? Lakers beat reporter Jovan Buha labeled Wiggins as an ideal trade target for the Lakers.
If we get LeBron,
Definitely being open to moving Wiggins this offseason. I feel like this could be a pairing for both sides that make a lot of sense. Before we talk more about the trade, I do want to get a temperature check on Heat fans regarding Andrew Wiggins. Do you want the Heat to trade away Wiggins this offseason? Type T if you want to trade him. Type K if you want to keep him. Let's get into the show now. With Andrew Wiggins, I think it's a very interesting...
Why are you getting LeBron, though?
...topic, potentially. I am not going to give away Andrew Wiggins for nothing. But I do think the fit with Wiggins in Miami did not go as planned, and I could see Pat Riley and company saying, all right, we got a first-round pick for Jimmy. Let's see if we can flip Wiggins.
Is we getting LeBron, though?
Because he just did not meet expectations in Miami.
Though?
The raw box score numbers, they're not terrible. The issue that I had with Wiggins is the fact that he played in 17 out of 33% the regular season. He dealt with injuries, and we know that he don't really tolerate that much. They want players to stay on the court. And then with Andrew Wiggins in the playoffs, he was now you could argue every single player was bad in the series besides Mitchell. But Wiggins looks, and he just looked out of place on the court sometimes with Miami. Big games in those regular season hours. Comfortable. Now maybe he doesn't feel better about Miami after a full season, but I'm definitely okay moving on to Wiggins if it helps either improve your roster or create more flexibility in the future. Let's get over to the Lakers now with Buhan on Wiggins. And I know Wiggins has been a popular guy for Lakers. He is someone that I think among the realistic options, someone that would check a lot of boxes for the Lakers. So he's not saying that the Lakers could be are showing interest in Wiggins, but he's just purely speculating about how Wiggins would be an ideal, cheaper trade target for the Lakers to upgrade that roster around Luka Doncic and LeBron James. We know they are also looking for a center, but a 3-and-D wing could be something they try to fit in alongside Reeves, Luka, and LeBron at that little 3 spot on the roster. And the Lakers have some good pieces that I could be interested in for the Miami Heat. They have a lot of good players. I don't think they would be willing to get rid of Austin Reeves, and I would question Reeves' fit next to Hero regardless. But Reeves would be a player I would certainly be intrigued with getting back. But they have some other role players like Jared Vanderbilt, Rui Hachimura, Gabe Vincent off the bench, Dalton Connect. And I would be fascinated to see what the Lakers would be willing to give up to get Wiggins, who is on a 1+1 contract, which means guaranteed this year, player option next year, at a price that really isn't that high. So here is the trade idea that I ultimately came up with. Would I try to get Dalton Connect in return? I would probably try, but instead I will settle for this. I will just do a Rui Hachimura, Gabe Vincent, and a 2025 second-round pick, which is the 55th overall selection, which is like the 4th or 5th to last pick in this year's draft for Andrew Wiggins. So the pick really isn't that valuable. It's just a nice throw-in for a team in Miami that is really good at finding talent late in the second round or in the undrafted circle. You might say this is a little...
Nigga, I want LeBron, bro.
Little too less of a return that you'd like for Wiggins. I could understand that, but I actually think there is added benefits to potentially getting Vincent and Hachimura into this roster. So let's talk about it. Last year, Hachimura played 59 games. Gabe Vincent played 72. So Vincent, after just playing 11 the year prior, was able to be on the court more this season for Los Angeles. Could they be two solid additions to Miami? Well, we know Gabe Vincent has familiarity with the Heat. He has had a really good career in Miami before he signed with the Lakers, and he was really good in the playoffs for the Heat. But Rui Hachimura would be the best player in return, obviously. You see, he was pretty solid in 59 games last season.
Asian persuasion?
50% from the field, and averaging 13 a game. That is a pretty valued player who's got really good functional size, and I would label Hachimura not as an elite defender, but I would label him as an above-average defender. Is Wiggins a better defensive player? I would say so, but Hachimura could be a better fit for Miami and simply could be coming off of the bench for the Heat rather than in the starting lineup, which could could ultimately then benefit Miami by having different lineup conversations and combinations. Here's the situation, in my opinion. If the Heat can't land a star, like they can't use Andrew Wiggins' salary and value to acquire a Ja, a Trae Young, a Kevin Durant, or another star/superstar in the NBA, then I do kind of like the idea of flipping Wiggins to another competitive team that are looking for a 3-and-D missing piece as their 4th, 5th option and getting some expiring contracts, maybe some low-end draft capital, or a young player in return. And I think this package that I threw out there, with the Lakers on Wiggins, could make a lot of sense, and I'll explain why here in a second. But we have a daily sub battle. Maps today here at Chat Sports challenged us to a 1v1, so let's take them down. Hit the sub button for daily Heat content, but I'm also a competitor at heart who never likes to lose. Ask my parents. 0 subs versus 0 subs. Let's see who ultimately wins this sub battle of the day. Alright, reason number 1 why I like this potential trade. You have a lot of lineup versatility bringing Gabe Vincent and Rui Hachimura into the fold. Vincent, who has been in this Heat system in the past, could either be your starting point guard, which I would probably caution against, but he would be a very good backup point guard. Now, is that backup point guard to Davion Mitchell or someone else? I don't know, but I really like Gabe Vincent being your lead point guard off the bench. We've seen him thrive in that role in the past. Hachimura, though, is the one that provides you with so many different options. Because, in my opinion, if you make that trade, you no longer have a starting three with Andrew Wiggins out. So who would then fill that void in the front court next to Bam and Kel'el Ware? I would like to start Nikola Jovic and then have Rui Hachimura come off the bench as your sixth man. Could Rui play the three? I think so, but he is better well served as a small ball four. And I would like Hachimura to come off the bench, and then you have endless front court options of a combination of Jovic, Hachimura, Ware, Rui Hachimura, Jovic, and then Bam, and like, you just have so many different combinations throughout the regular season. And if you ultimately keep Nikola Jovic this offseason and don't use him like Wiggins in a trade, I want to start Nikola Jovic to begin next season. I do. I think it would be the best scenario for Miami. And I will say the numbers might actually suggest he is better coming off the bench. When you look at Jovic's 24-25 season, he started 10 games and came off the bench in 36 games, and his efficiency and overall production was better when he was coming off of the bench for the Miami Heat. Something that is also very fascinating with Jovic last year in terms of his disparity of starting games and off the bench games, he actually played more minutes per game as a reserve than as a starter. In the 10 games he started last season, he ended up only playing 19.7 minutes in those contests, while in those 36 games off the bench, he played 26.6 minutes per game. But I do think if you want to get the most out of Jovic long term, I think he needs to be a starter. And I think he showed the ability in the playoff series against the Cavs to guard better than I would have anticipated on the perimeter a little bit. Is he an elite defender? No. Is he even average? That's even a question. But I think if you have him, Ware, and Bam in the front court defensively, you can move Jovic around. You can move Bam around and have Ware be that anchor and rim protector of your defense. You'd have a lot of functional size with Bam at 6'9", Jovic at 6'10", Ware at 7 foot, to where I think that would be a very front court if you ultimately kept him. And if you made that trade, I would prefer Hachimura to be your ultimate sixth man in his role. All right, let me know your thoughts. Is Nikola Jovic a starter, or would you rather have him come off the bench as a reserve? Type S if he is a starter, in your opinion. Type B if he is a bench player. Let me know your thoughts. Call it down below. Another reason why I really like this deal. The players you get back in for Andrew Wiggins, 2 expiring contracts in Hachimura and Gabe Vincent. And they're pretty good salaries as well. To make it work, the Heat acquire just slightly more than they're giving away. They're acquiring about $1.7 million in salary. But Hachimura is on an expiring $18.2 million deal, and Gabe Vincent's on an expiring $11.5 million contract, which could provide you with a lot of flexibility for the 2026 offseason. How about this, folks? If you did make this trade, and you did not make any other trade this offseason, that's the only trade you make, you would then have potentially $95.4 million in expiring contracts coming off the books. You have the 2 contracts we showed with Vincent Hachimura. Terry Rozier's $26.6 mil coming off the books. Duncan Robinson's $19.8 coming off the books. Haywood Highsmith coming off the books at $5.6 mil. Kevin Love coming off the books at $4.1 mil. And then Kyle Anderson. He is under contract for 2 years, but the last year of his deal, after this year, is non-guaranteed, so the Heat can waive him and save 9 points.
This lawyer doesn't want to go to trial, so then he allegedly murders his own client. Now, his name's Gregory, and Gregory's 39, he's a divorce attorney living in Ohio, and I don't know if he doesn't like being a lawyer or if he just has too many cases, but he is notorious for delaying his trials when he isn't prepared to go to them. Like, he'll make up excuses, he'll call in sick, he'll fake illnesses. One time he even stages a car crash to get out of going. But then he does something really crazy. One day in 2012, he wants to avoid a trial, so on the day he's supposed to be there, he calls in a bomb threat to the courthouse. And I guess it works, like it causes a bunch of panic and the whole place shuts down while police investigate and his court date gets pushed back. And Gregory's like, hell yeah, that worked! And so he does it a few more times. Like he doesn't want to go to a hearing on a certain day, so he'll just call in a bomb threat and his trial will be delayed. Now eventually police catch on to what he's doing. I imagine it's because all these bomb threats are coincidentally happening on days that he's scheduled to be in court. And so they start investigating him, and he has to not only stop these shenanigans, but he has to come up with a new way to delay his trials. In this case, potentially murder someone. Now, let's pause this story for a second because I want to talk about this woman, Eliza. And Eliza's 53, she's a nurse, also living in Ohio, and Eliza has a big problem. Her marriage just isn't working out. So in 2011, she and her husband decide to part ways and get a divorce. And to represent her in this divorce, she ends up with a divorce attorney, Mr. Bomb Threat himself, Gregory. And fast forward to 2 years later. It's now 2013. And Eliza's divorce is still going on and her hearing is coming up. And you know how Gregory is never prepared for his trials, so he'll go to great lengths to delay them? Well, he wants to delay this one too. And while he can't do bomb threats anymore because he's still under investigation, he's gonna try other ways. Like he files motions and all that kind of stuff, but unfortunately for him, none of that works. The trial is still happening as scheduled. So he's gotta try something different. And this is where shit starts to get dark. Because a day before the trial, he sends Eliza a text, and he says he wants to meet at his law offices to discuss her case. And so now we're getting into the part of the story that is alleged, because Gregory hasn't actually been to trial yet, so this is just what they're accusing him of. So, allegedly, about an hour after Gregory texts Eliza, he shows up to the law office building, and he goes to the front door and he swipes his access card to get in. But he doesn't actually go into the building, he's just creating an alibi for himself. Instead, he disconnects his phone from his cell network so his whereabouts won't be able to be tracked later. Then, allegedly, he changes into some different clothes, all black, so that he's covered up. And he hides out of sight and he waits for Eliza to arrive. About an hour later, she pulls up. And she walks up to the building and the doors are locked and I guess she tries to push the call buttons or whatever, but no one lets her in. So she texts Gregory I'm here waiting, but then she gets back into her car to wait because, it's cold out. Then, somehow, Gregory texts her back. Now it's speculated he used a hotspot, but he texts her back saying the doors are open and she can go in. So she heads back to the building, and as she's walking along, suddenly, boom, Gregory jumps out of nowhere, and he's got a knife. And Eliza screams and she breaks out and runs away, but he starts chasing her, and he's faster than her. So then, bam, he catches her, and he stabs her again and again and again. And he ends up stabbing her 11 times. Then he runs away. And you can see him, allegedly him, here on surveillance footage fleeing the scene. And here, the same thing, but from a different angle. Then, a few minutes later, Gregory, wherever he is, he starts texting her again, hey, where are you? Are you gonna show? I'm here at the office waiting. Again, he's trying to create an alibi for himself, and he's trying to make it look like he has no idea that she was just stabbed. Now, pretty quickly, police show up, and the place is swarming with cops, and they're all looking for whoever attacked Eliza. And so Gregory, he needs to get back into the law office building to make it look like he's been waiting there the whole time for Eliza to show up. So he sneaks back in through a back entrance and he goes into his office and he chills there. Meanwhile, Eliza is rushed to the hospital, but unfortunately, she doesn't make it.
Lee, Cleveland police are still looking for any evidence or surveillance video that could help them crack this case.
And of course, this means she can't make her divorce hearing, and since his client is now a no-show, Gregory's trial gets delayed just like he had planned. While at the same time, police are investigating Eliza's murder. And of course, they question Gregory as he was the last one to speak to her that day. And in their questioning, they catch him lying about his whereabouts during the time of the murder, which makes him look really suspicious. And so they start thinking, maybe this guy had something to do with it. But they don't have enough direct evidence to charge him with anything. And 3 years go by, and it's now 2016. And they're still investigating this murder, and they still think Gregory was involved. And by this point, they've put 2 and 2 together. I mean, he used to call in bomb threats to delay his own court hearings, so maybe it's not a stretch that he would murder someone to delay a court hearing. However, they don't have enough evidence to convict him or even charge him. So they eventually, just to get him on something, they charge him with providing false information to the police since he lied about his whereabouts during the murder, and they also finally charge him for all those bomb threats he was making back in 2012. And that's enough to get him, so bam, they arrest him. And he takes a plea deal and he gets sentenced to 6 months in jail, and he loses his law license and he can no longer be a lawyer. Which sucks for him, but at least it was only 6 months and they never actually charged him with unaliving Eliza. Until years go by, and it's now 2021. And Gregory has long been out of jail. I assume he's off living his normal life, minding his own business, and he's living in Texas now. However, the Ohio Bureau of Criminal Investigation gets a hold of better technology and better forensics, and so they start looking into old cold cases to see if maybe they can solve some of them. And they get into Eliza's case, and of course, Gregory becomes their #1 suspect. So they start going through all the old files and all the evidence, and they spend thousands of hours on this. And when they're done, they feel like they've got more than enough to finally charge Gregory with Eliza's murder.
He lied to the police, he hid evidence from the police, and he has lived for 12 years amongst us with everyone believing the husband did this, and that's not true.
And so, U.S. Marshals go to Texas, and bam, they arrest him. Here's his mugshot.
We're told he's facing 6 counts of murder, 2 counts of kidnapping, and 1 count each of aggravated murder and conspiracy.
Now, keep in mind, as I said, this hasn't actually gone to trial yet, so him being connected to the murder is still alleged. Although, things aren't really looking good for him right now.
Greg Moore is reckless, unpredictable, and capable of taking extreme measures to fulfill his evil agenda.
And a huge shout out to Leonardo.ai for sponsoring this video. If you make videos and you want to make really badass art for those videos, like this, or like this, like look at how cool that is. Sign up for Leonardo.ai. So this rapper is in big trouble. He's going to prison for his song lyrics. Let me explain. Now his name is Nuke Bizzle, and he's 31, and he's a rapper living in Tennessee, and bro is just trying to make money. But like, without getting an actual legit job, because you know, who wants that? And so instead, he gets a gig getting paid on the side as, we'll just call it an unlicensed pharmacist. And this makes him a little cash, but unfortunately for him, this kind of business comes with risks. And bam, he gets arrested for it. And then he gets arrested again, and then he gets arrested again. And so pretty quickly, he's starting to think this hustle isn't working out for him and that he needs to find something different. But one day, something crazy happens that changes everything. It's 2020, and suddenly, boom, the pandemic hits all of us. And people are getting sick, hospitals are filling up, businesses are shutting down, people are staying indoors a lot more. Now, because so many people are out of work, the government expands unemployment benefits temporarily, so that people who can't work can still afford to eat and pay rent while this pandemic plays out. Now, while most people see this as a necessary service, Nuke Bizzle sees this as an opportunity to try and get rich. And he comes up with a plan to straight up scam the government. And so he starts getting together some stolen identities, and he gives each of them their own address and their own work history so that it all looks legit. Then he goes online and he applies for all these government benefits for each of these stolen identities, and suddenly, pow, he actually gets approved. And pretty quickly, the government starts paying him money. And he's like, holy shit, that worked! And so he does it again, and then he does it again, and again and again. So he makes more and more money, and he ends up applying for benefits 92 different times. Now, this money usually doesn't come in the form of cash. It usually comes in these like little debit cards. So now bro has stacks and stacks of these government benefits debit cards. And so the money just keeps rolling in by the tens of thousands, then by the hundreds of thousands. And soon enough, he scammed over $1.2 million in unemployment. Then he apparently takes the cards and uses them to withdraw cash. So out of this $1.2 million, he withdraws $700,000 in cash. And so now he's got 700 grand. And of course, he's gotta spend this money. And not only does he have to spend it, but he's gotta get on his Instagram and flex. Like here he is buying some new shoes. Here he is in some new clothes with a Gucci belt. Here he is showing off his new teeth. And here he is just showing off stacks of money. And here he is showing off more money. And here he is with money literally falling out of his pockets. And if showing off your stolen government benefits wealth isn't bad enough, then Nuke Bizzle gets an even better idea. Why not write a rap song about it? And in this song, he could explain how exactly he pulled off this crime. Because remember, he's an actual rapper. Like, he puts out songs, he's got a page on Spotify with a little catalog. He's even got quite a few music videos out. Like, he's really going for it with this whole rap thing. And so he finds a beat and he raps a bunch of bars about this scam he's pulling. And he teams up with another rapper whose name is, and I'm not making this up, Fat Wizza. And so Nuke Bizzle and Fat Wizza collaborate on this song called EDD. And EDD stands for Employment Development Department because that's literally the name of the government agency that he's ripping off. Oh, but that's not all. These guys make a music video too. And that video, combined with the lyrics, is basically just Nuke Bizzle laying out his whole crime.
I just been swiping for EDD. Go to the bank, get a stack at least. This is here better than selling peas. I made some rate that I couldn't believe.
Now, to spare you the whole song, because I assume you don't want to hear it, I'll just read you some of the lyrics. It's time to ball like the NBA, 10 cards, I'm swiping 10K a day. You gotta sell cocaine. I just gotta file a claim. And one of the craziest parts about this whole thing is that in the music video, he even uses the real EDD envelopes that he used to scam, and he makes it all obvious and he holds them up to the camera several times. Bro just has no shame. So anyway, he posts this video on YouTube hoping that it blows up and, you know, makes him famous, and his fans watch it and they all seem to like it. But you know who else ends up watching it and doesn't like it all that much? A special agent of the U.S. Department of Labor's Office of Inspector General. And so they see the video and they're like, did this guy just make a whole rap song admitting to scamming EDD benefits? And they immediately forward it to another department. I assume this department is the feds, because this department looks into it and they see this music video where the lyrics are literally, I done got rich off of EDD.
I done got rich off of EDD.
And so they see this and they start thinking, did this guy just get rich off of EDD? And they decide to track Nuke Bizzle down, which isn't all that hard because all his social media handles are linked right on his YouTube. So anyway, these guys start investigating and analyzing his lyrics and really looking into this music video, and they're able to pause the video on the part that shows the envelopes and apparently link one of the
Oh, chat, we're good, bro. Relax. I don't know where he is. Maybe we can enter from that side. That side might be open. Oh yeah, no one's in here. Where'd he go? I'm locked out. You look good. Appreciate it. It's not pre-recorded, chat. How can I prove it's not pre-recorded? Say something in the chat that I could only respond to if it was live. You sound sick? Nah, I'm a little congested, but no, I'm in shambles, bro. Like, what the fuck? All right, I'm gonna come back this way. Kiss chat, bro. I'm not doing that. Honestly, let's just go around, bro. Do push-ups. You're always trying to see me work out, bro. We've done like 2 workout streams. It's because he left. What are y'all doing? One of the cameras messed up? Y'all ready? I was waiting on y'all, man. Good boy walk all around. License took your Ferrari. Yo, chill, chat. Now, I'll say this, though. It don't matter how nice you are at car control. Like, racing on the track is a completely different skill set. So, he'll have an advantage because he's, like, good at drifting and a great when it comes to, like, controlling the car and stuff like that. But I wonder how he's going to fare. Realistically, like, he's not going to be out there looking like Lewis Hamilton on his first time in a specific track, you know? But I think he'll learn it pretty fast.
When you run on that track, blast that AC if you can, because the cams are, you know, getting hot, man.
Okay, you know, we're gonna roll with the window. You ready? Yeah. You want to introduce yourself? This is my instructor.
Okay.
Randy. How you doing, man? Your hands are wet. Nah, you're good, man. You're good. Are you ready?
At least they're clean. Yeah.
Yeah, no, that's the thing that matters most. I'm good to go, man. Let's get it.
All right.
You can hold my hat, Caleb? Thanks, man. Appreciate it.
Thank you.
Let's get it going. So chat, when we get in the car, we're gonna switch to the cams in the car. So just let me know if there's any tech issues, something like that. We didn't get a chance to test it because somebody had, what? Yeah. Somebody was renting the track earlier. So this is our first run today, bro. So don't judge me, man, I'm learning. Yo, Marcus, can you let me know when it switches to this cam? Just give me a thumbs up when it switches, if you can.
Okay. Just let me know whenever we switch. Okay.
Yo, we switch? Fire. Yo, what up, chat? Twos.
Yeah, we're good.
Fire. My chat is fried. It's just connection is just not good. It's cool. I can't read the chat anyway when I'm. Can you get a chat phone like when I'm not in the car? Everybody's stuff like that. I basically can't lock my phone because once it locks it just becomes tough. Yeah. All right.
Yeah, you might need your phone, Caleb. If yours is working.
Yeah. If yours has chat, I might need it like when I'm out the car. No, not right now. Does the chat work?
Hey, yo, disconnect off the Wi-Fi if you want it on your phone.
Oh, you think that's why?
Yeah, turn it off. Hey, excuse me, man. I had to bother you, man, but my son saw you and just started tripping out.
Oh, okay.
What's wrong with you? So just say what's up.
Hey, how you doing, man? What's your name?
I'm Matthew.
Matthew. You race?
Yes, I do.
That's awesome. How old are you?
I'm 12 years old.
12 years old, man. Good for you.
Thank you.
Yeah, absolutely. It's nice to meet you. Hell yeah. Of course. Nah, chat. This is my instructor, Randy. License is not here yet. It's good. I'm gonna just grab the phone from you whenever I'm in and out. All right. I'm gonna start slow. So you let me know if I'm doing too much.
Okay, fantastic. If you can't ever hear me, let me know and I'll just go louder.
Got you.
I'll start yelling.
Okay, yes sir.
But I suggest leaving the windows down.
Yeah, no, he was telling me to point and stuff like that. So I think windows down is gonna make more sense.
Well, you can hear tire noise.
Oh, I didn't think about that.
There's things that you pick up on that you won't hear with the windows up. Plus, I just like sticking my hand out when we're gonna let somebody go around, you know. But I want you to focus on the road.
Yeah.
And I'll watch the mirrors. I'll try to be like your wingman. Hope we can just do a U. Yeah. We got that one right there. But I'll just watch for you. The mirrors, I want you to be more focused on what's coming up. Yeah. And I'll let you know, I'll yell and I'll say, but realize if somebody's coming up, they're going to be faster, but you don't have to really let off the gas. You can slow down a little bit, but don't slow down a lot because they're already faster. So just, slow down enough to let them have the racing line.
What's on the track with us? Like, what car is it?
I'm not sure what. I think the Radicals might be out here with us.
Cool. How you doing, sir?
Hey, are you getting the car?
I am, yeah.
What's your favorite level?
Platinum.
US
2 coming.
Okay, you're good.
I appreciate it, sir.
I'm a platinum member also. But
You too?
yep, we're good to go.
Oh man. Okay.
And obviously 1 lap, these tires should be warmed up significantly. So again, don't push
too hard in the first lap.
This first lap, let the car warm up, the brakes warm up, and the tires to get grip.
Alrighty.
So technically, you saw that white line.
Yeah.
You're not supposed to cross that till the end. They call it the blend line. And they're not going to say to you, but they don't like you crossing it. It's kind of allowing cars.
Point the line out to me next time we look around. Oh my god, I love the brakes.
Plug this one. If you need to go over that, that's the road.
Hit that shoulder?
It's fine to use that. Stay left. Down here, I like to hug this. Over to the right a little more.
Oh, so I should hug that side before I turn in.
There you go. Opposite camber.
brakes really hard. I don't want them to lock off.
I'm proud of you, but that's really pushing it. That's straightaway short.
I'm gonna pit right here. I think I missed the last lap. Yeah, I felt the squirm right there on the tires. Okay.
Nice.
How was that?
Good.
Yeah, I felt on that last turn, the really windy one, I feel like I'm not. I need to figure it out. Every time the tires scrub a little bit, I get afraid.
What happens?
And when the tires scrub and I feel it slide a little bit, I get afraid. I slow right back down.
Okay, well, couple things. And I mean, this is all just constructive criticism.
Yeah.
So do not take this wrong. But the smoother you can be on your transitions, like for example, when you're coming on that straightaway, you're going probably 115, 120 miles an hour right there. There's a lot of risk, and you have to commit. You cannot let off. Here's my main point: is you cannot let off the gas, because the car, when you let off that gas pedal, the car comes up off the suspension, and then it can rotate. I've been in cars that's done this, and we start heading right towards the guardrail. So be careful, be extremely careful that transition coming onto the straightaway. That's a very dangerous point right there. But,
braking I'm a little too close to the thing, right?
What's that?
Let me move out the way so you can open your door.
Yeah, I was going to ask you to give me a little more room if that's perfect. The last thing I want to do is ding the door on the Ferrari.
And it's a heavy door too.
I just start hitting my head into the guardrail for punishment. You let it cool down for a minute?
Yeah. It says hot pipe control system. On here? Oh, it's on there? The car is fuming right now. My bad. I don't know why it does that. I got like 7 lights on the car. Has to cool down. I should put like the coolant temperature and all that shit up so I don't overdrive it. You smell it right now, right? You see how loud it is trying to cool down? Yeah, what was it?
136.30.
Okay. They said 130 and faster is like the advanced people. So I could get there. Yeah, 100%.
There's no, like, did he tell you about any curves or anything? Like, is there anything you can improve on?
Nah, he's gonna tell me right now. Hold on, let me get over. I don't know why it does that. It's sad to see you go. Now, one thing I learned from my E36 is that when the car needs to be cool, leave it on, bro. Don't turn it off. I think the same thing applies here, hopefully. No cap, I got like 6 check engine lights right there. Yeah. Yeah, the car just has to cool down. I'm surprised it got so hot so soon, man. Yo, chat, y'all can see me? Let me get your phone, Caleb, if you don't mind. The Wi-Fi is pretty chopped, too.
Yeah, I have this phone, too, by the way. This charge. This is the chat phone?
Okay. Yeah, this one's not working at all. Oh, yeah, it's working now. Fire. Yeah. Boom. Okay. Nice car. Where's license? He's on the way right now. So what could I do better? What would you say? Give me some pointers on like areas I could improve.
Yes. Because now I can hear you a little bit.
Yeah, it was kind of tough to hear you. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah.
I was trying to scream so you could hear me a little bit.
If you can put that thing in,
we'll try it out.
And it's not uncomfortable, and I think it would help a lot to be able to hear me better. But a couple of things. Anything you can do.
That's on that side.
Anything you can do to keep that car planted on that suspension. So imagine this. Anytime you're getting on or off the gas, the front and the back are, and if you're in the middle of like 14, 15, those turns, if you let off the gas, the back end comes up or the front end comes up, and it'll cause the car to rotate. The back end will swing around on you. So you want to commit to that throttle position and keep just...
Yeah, I was lifting a lot.
And when you lift, think about it. Here's the car, you're really under hard throttle, you're doing fantastic. The second you let off, the back end comes up.
And then it doesn't turn.
It's going to start...
I see what you're saying.
It's going to start rotating on you. That's a dangerous... I was watching, you were hitting 90 to 100 to 14, 15.
On the last...
the one's coming leading to the straight, that's 14, 15, and then 16 is when you transition onto the straightaway, right? Well, if you let off, I've been in cars, this happens, if you let off the gas there, it's going to rotate, and then we're going to start heading right towards the guardrail, and it's scary.
Okay.
It's not a good scenario. So you just gotta.
Yeah, no, you're right.
Limits,
You're right. Yeah,
limits of how much you're carrying a lot of speed through 14, 15.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, and I know the car's capable, but you're carrying like the limit of what most people carry through those corners, which is fine. That car's built for that. It's fantastic. It's handling fantastic. Those tires are the best tires you could have on that car for handling, right? But any on off the gas and steering input is going to cause that car to get upset.
I think I just had to get more confident. Like most of the on a lot of the turns, maybe on like half the turns, I lift. Probably on like all the turns, I lift even before I brake, just because the car is so fast that like I will have to plant on the brake to slow it down if I'm getting, like if I pick up speed the entire way. I don't know. I think I had to get a little more confident because it's a fast car.
Well, see, they had these cameras running on the side of the track. Let's say 14, 15, the ones coming onto the straightaway. If you're going through there and you're just keeping a steady throttle, the car's level, it's happy. But if you're on and off the gas, the car starts.
Okay, so I should. Yeah, I see what you're saying.
And this pivoting up and down the suspension because on and off the gas, it's just a matter of time that rear will snap.
Yeah, there was two moments where it slid a little.
You have to commit.
Okay.
And, I mean, sometimes it's a ballsy move. You're like, oh my God, if I keep in this corner, if you let off the gas, then you're really going to cause it to rotate. The back end's going to swing around, and you got to be fast and respond quick if it does. You got to be really quick. You got to let off the throttle and steer back in the slide, like I was telling you. You got to counter steer back into the. If it's rotating out like this, you're going to turn back into that slide, and then the car will come back in a straight line.
Yeah, I feel like this is the hardest car for me to do this, but
it's super. Well, now I know why it's called SF. Super fast is no exaggeration. That car is blindingly. That's the fastest car I've been in on this track.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh snap.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, I'll take your advice. Instead of like, I was trying to be like gradual with the increase and the decrease when I was on the throttle, but many times I would just get completely off it if I felt like I was going too fast. I think once I get more comfortable in like
does that make sense?
Yeah, it does.
If we can keep that suspension happy, I don't care how fast you go. The same thing down in the turn one down here. Like I was telling you this afternoon, you're hard on those brakes. That nose, even though it's a Ferrari, that nose is still going to, all that physics, all that weight transfers to the front axle, right? So you're doing heavy threshold braking like you're doing fantastic. But then as you back off of that brake pedal, the car transfers more weight back to the rear, and then you are able to make the turn one. You're doing fantastic braking. You're doing fantastic.
I'll be honest, yeah, it's just I think the car just has good brakes. I don't know if it's me.
The brakes are incredible. Like those are like F1 brakes.
Yeah.
The other thing I would not with that car, just me personally, I think you're going up on the rumble strips a little bit much, like over in 13, the top of the crest of that hill, and you don't have to do that.
Oh, okay.
You can be right up against it.
I think it was Sean was telling me to do that, so that's why I was kind of like trying to get comfortable like riding on it a little bit. But there was a moment, I forgot what turn it is. It's after the
one of them you slipped. The tire slipped on.
Yeah.
Because that's why I'm leading up to when your tires start getting hot, like they were getting hot. That blue and white paint can be very slippery.
Okay.
It can. It's not like you're not getting the traction you're getting with the asphalt, right? And I felt the back end kick a little bit on one of them.
Yeah, me too.
So I like hugging them,
but not too much.
Maybe going up just a little bit, but don't come over them too much.
Okay. All right.
Some of them you were like really going over them. I was like, oh, geez. Maybe Sean told you this, but you have to understand. Different drivers, different approaches. Mine's probably a little more conservative than Sean's, but I also always have my clients leave with the car looking just like it does, and nothing happens.
That's the goal.
I don't want anything happen to that car.
That's the goal.
I wouldn't know what to do with myself.
Nah, me neither. I'm not gonna lie. Yeah.
That's a one-off car out there, in my opinion.
Okay.
It's incredible. That car is incredible.
We could try. I want to see if the car's cooled down enough. I should have done less laps. I'm gonna do like maybe 3-4, and I'm gonna cool off. 3-4, cool off. I've never really pushed a car like this, so Yeah, I don't want to overdo it, but it should be good to go. It
Those
should
are
be.
carbon ceramic brakes, obviously.
Yeah.
So those, you're not really overheat those. I'm sure they've got like racing brake fluid in the system that they wouldn't.
Nah, I'm not worried about the brakes. I'm more worried about everything else in the car. Yeah, I gotta.
Were you shifting those paddles, or the car was doing it?
No, the car did it. Yeah. Wow. I think I want to. Yeah, it's really good, right? It's super aggressive.
That's hard. Yeah. I thought you were doing it.
No.
I was trying to look at your hands and see.
When I'm on iRacing, I do it myself. Because if I crash, it doesn't matter. I'll just click escape. But here, I don't even want to take that risk, you know? Because sometimes the car can lose control when you're shifting too.
Yeah, build up to it.
Yeah.
Get that car where you really get comfortable with it before you go that route. Then
okay.
Because some cars don't shift. I was like, oh my God, he's incredible with this paddles. And I kept looking to see if I was.
No, that wasn't me. That was me.
I was like,
that was Ferrari.
So some cars you probably don't even need.
Yeah.
But I mean, the only thing it gives you a better connection, more inspiration. More fun, but build up to that.
Turn on manual. Okay, I could try it with the paddles.
Get used to it. Maybe at the end of the day we'll try it.
Yeah, I was.
And a little slower pace. And build baby steps. Build up this stuff. That's a lot of car out there.
Nah, yeah, I'm gonna take it slow. I told him like I'm not gonna rush it because I don't want to crash.
That's wise.
Yeah.
I mean, that's not a car you can just go to the Ferrari and pick up.
I don't want to crash.
A car sitting in their showroom, not one like that.
Okay, let's see if it's good to go. I want to do one more before the advanced people get on the track, and then we could take a little breather. Is that cool?
Yeah, we could make probably 3 or 4 more laps.
Yeah, let's do it.
3 or 4 more laps, easy.
Hopefully it's cooled down enough.
What was the thing on the dash doing?
It said limited performance hot rod.
What?
Something about a hot rod. I don't think it was a compliment. Yeah. I'll check. It should be a lot cooler now. I think it doesn't help that I took your phone, right?
That's yours.
Oh snap. Why'd you zoom in? I think I saw you zoom in though.
No. Alright, remember 136 you got.
Yeah, I'm gonna try and yeah.
I wouldn't focus
too much on time.
I really wouldn't. I'm telling you, that's fast on this track.
I'm gonna focus on going smooth and controlling the car and being nice on the suspension.
That's wise.
Balls to the wall.
Yeah.
100 miles an hour, run every curve.
Yeah, let me not take your advice, Caleb. Well, we might have a problem.
What?
The car won't start.
You say it has a problem with it?
Oh no, it's chat.
Oh,
Yeah, let me Google the error. Try parking and locking the
Give
car.
the right name.
Yeah.
Super fast.
Yeah,
It's incredible. My brother's got 3 Ferraris. Nothing like this.
Somebody turn it off.
Nothing like this.
Give it 1 sec, I'm restart it. Sucks if he's only making like half an hour. Smash and stop that.
Wait, you burned it out already.
Ready, Ferrari? Unless the electric on it just got fried. Nah. Right? It wouldn't dare. Yeah. It won't lock though. Like the lights on the car are on. Hold on, chat. Yeah, we might have missed our moment. It's telling me to to lock the car and unlock it, but it won't let me lock it.
Did you lock it from the inside?
Huh?
Did you lock it from the inside? Push the button.
I don't know if that's gonna work. We could try it. Someone said my Toyota started this morning. Congratulations. License should be here any minute. roll up the windows. Fuck. Say it again?
Might just be hot.
Nah, it is hot for sure. I don't think it's the windows, chat. Yeah, we might have to wait till the next run. It's not letting me lock the car. I think Google said to overpass the error, you just have to lock the car and restart it. It said hot pipe control system something. But the car is on though. But it won't let me turn it off. Y'all ran laps and give it a cool down? Yeah, we did like 6 laps, but I did cool it down though. Like it was sitting here cooled down. I don't know why it turned off. You didn't turn it off, did you?
No, keep it out here, but you don't have to like do like how Tesla does. You have to put it in a certain spot, right? Key.
Say it again?
You don't have to do it.
Yeah, that could be what it is actually. Let me try it. Ferrari told me there's an issue with the car where if it's not like, if the key's not in the exact location.
You wanna try to open the hood?
You mean?
Yeah, the back.
Yeah. You see like the car is on right now, but it won't let me start it. But you can see everything else is on. All the electronics are on. It says hot pipe control system failure. If you Google hot pipe control system failure, it says it likely means you didn't get enough volts into the system when starting the car and it freaked out on the computer. Try parking and locking the car.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah. I see the heat coming out this engine back here. Oh, maybe pop the hood and let the air kind of get to it.
Hold on. Let me check FerrariChat.com. Yesterday, cruising at low speeds when suddenly I got 2 following messages. Limited performance, restart engine control system failure, go to dealer. I didn't get that one. Yeah, it's just an issue with the piping. But chat, I don't think we pushed the car. Just so you know, like I didn't push the car that hard. I didn't push the car that hard. I was lifting a lot.
Pop this so we can get air to it.
I don't know if that's how it works, but I'll try it.
But I can see.
I'm gonna be honest, I don't even know where the button for that would be.
Yeah, kind of like it's
I genuinely don't even know where the button for that is.
Probably protecting itself.
Huh.
Cools off, I guess. It may help you lift the calculator up.
Oh wait, hold on. It said press and hold engine start button to start.
They said it's probably a fail-safe to protect
What?
itself.
Press and hold engine start button to start the car.
Yeah. He said to open the hood. So
Yeah, I guess we'll just let it chill, cool down. If it needed to cool down, why would the fucking car turn off?
yeah, that's a good question. He said to pop this to get air to it and head up dust.
Oh, it's gonna be hot as a bitch. Oh my god. Can you grab the pipe that's up top? Above, right here, bro. Yep. Oh, it's hot?
This right here?
Yeah. You good?
Good.
Chill step, bro.
Good.
Alright. So chat, what we're looking at here is obviously you have the aluminum wrap covering up the hot rod pipe that goes into the manifold exhaust system that pumps out into the overall canister, and that's going to push out into V16 Bugatti engine. The more you know. Yeah, I think it just has to cool down. I've never really pushed it like that. I guess we should have went even slower. I felt like I wasn't going that hard though. What's up? Say it again.
just reset it, like reset the key, like lock it, unlock it, do that.
Yeah, the issue is there's a problem with the key, and I literally grabbed it from the dealer like 2 days ago because it was going to take till Monday to get it fixed. So sometimes the key is just non-functional.
When you're in there right now, it's
Nah, well, everything's lighting up in the car. It's just not starting. Yeah. Yeah.
How long have you guys been going?
About like 6 months, man.
6 months?
Yeah, not too long.
Alright, so yeah.
So it's like it's live and hybrid mode. It's like just
Nah, it's not even live in hybrid mode.
oh wow.
The engine's just not turning on at all. And the key is like,
It's not leaking, right? It's just sitting here, it's just sitting here.
yeah, I'm not gonna lie. Yeah, I don't think this is a me error at all. I feel like it's just the car.
So can you drive this thing in just electric mode only?
Probably not.
No, I was just wondering. I feel like like the 918 Porsche, you can.
Oh, you
drive
can
it.
usually. Right now, I don't know if I can, but yeah, you can put it on
you
e-drive
can.
mode and you can usually, yeah.
That's what I was wondering. I was wondering if it maybe somehow got stuck between the two modes.
Hey, Chad, I might be RIP to the SF90, bro. Disconnect the battery and reconnect. Now, how would I do that? Now, tell me where that is. Do you see it? Hybrid battery overheating.
See, the ventilator is next to the carburetor.
Yeah.
And then you gotta flip it to the
Right, exactly. Yeah. That could be me one day. Key fob battery low? Nah, it's not a battery issue. It's actually like the key has to be binded to the VIN of the car. And you can't do that. Ferrari has to do that. But it's taken them a fucking century to do that. So I just grabbed the car from them once they fixed the hybrid system issues like 4 or 5 days ago. We'll let it cool down a little bit. It's like I feel the heat from over here. We can step inside for a bit and then hopefully by then it'll cool down. Oh, okay, we can.
Since like usually what we'll try to do sometimes is just kind of recycle the key.
Yeah.
Since the key isn't working, what you're doing is probably the best way to just let it.
Yeah, let it chill for a bit. Oh, it just worked. No, it didn't. I got baited. It lit up for a second. Whatever. Alright, we got it.
Battery this thing be low?
Nah, it's not the battery. We changed the battery. That's what we first thought it was, but it's just the issue with the key.
I was gonna say we could probably find your battery here if we needed to.
Nah. Yeah, unfortunately, I think the issue is a little deeper than that. Thank you, bro. I appreciate it. You just have to low key like keep pressing the lock until it locks. Genuinely, like that's what I do. But it hasn't been like it's been working like 30% of the time I hit it today. I'm surprised it's oh wait, GG's, there might be a leak.
That's probably just your AC.
Nah, yeah, it's probably fine because there's no engines back there.
That's probably just draining out your AC now. It smells like
I sure hope I don't have more. I sure hope I don't have more coolant issues. Is water?
That's your AC evaporator.
Oh, okay. That's good. He's saying get the F4 car instead. Yeah. Alright, let's roll back inside the lounge, chat. Was the AC on? I think it was on very low. But you know the AC is not gonna cool the fucking engine down, chat, right? The AC is gonna cool the cameras in the car down, if anything. Someone said Lamborghini time. I fear Lamborghinis will have. Man. Let me see how far our license is. He should be here. I think he might be bringing an extra car. Why would you get a hybrid? Every car over 1,000 horsepower is a hybrid or $3 million. The hybrid's not the issue, bro. There's hybrid cars that work fine. And like all hypercars are gonna be hybrid, you know? Like every single hypercar is about to be hybrid. The new GT2 RS is gonna be hybrid. All the new Ferraris are hybrids. We had to stop for gas. He's 50 now. Heard you. Heard you. Join the Land Bros and get a Rev Welto. I'm good, my boy. Is that not hybrid too? Yeah, it might be naturally aspirated. Nah, hell no. We'll let it cool down. If it is a coolant issue, I want everybody to know that I have been plagued with so many coolant issues in my life. The amount of coolant issues I've had, bro. And you know what the crazy part is, chat? I tried to come in the lap before. I don't know if you heard me say I'm about to pit, but I just missed the pit exit. And I think if I hadn't done another lap, I would have been fine. So I think I'm gonna limit it to like 4 or 5 laps before I chill. The reason why I pushed it, like I went an extra few laps, is because I wasn't even hitting the gas that hard, bro. I wasn't hitting the brakes that hard. I was braking super early. Like I just wanted to get familiar with the track before I, you know, fully send it and hit my braking points. And, you know, because last thing I need is my brakes to lock up or the car to spin because I'm trying to push it to the limit. Cool down lap might help. The issue is it's an open track, so if you're doing a cool down lap, you might get in people's way. I've never done a cool down lap within an open track before, you know? But realistically, I didn't bump into anybody. I should have done that before I stopped, cool it down. Yeah. Bro, I had so many coolant issues on the E36. I don't think that's what this is, I'll be honest. But bro, this is not good news. What's the odds it's covered in my warranty? My heart sunk when I saw the leak. Yeah, no, I got PTSD for my E36. That's why I said it. But then the engine's in the back, so it was something else. Wait, this is not covered in the warranty? Nah, I'm pretty sure it is, bro. Oh, thanks, man. Appreciate it. Try now, you should be good. It don't matter. Like the first 20 minutes of each hour is like the fast racers get on there and start cooking. You know, the F4, whatever. AC leak, you good? Nigga, I'm not worried about the AC right now. I'm worried about the car not starting. The car currently doesn't start. Agent's cars are in the garage more than he drives it. It's a shame. But my car luck has been horrible, bro. Genuinely horrible. Genuinely. I spend so much money on fixes and stuff like that. You know, if I track it and something happens, it is what it is. But most of it is just like stuff completely outside my control.
You think you can track the TRX?
Nah, they won't let you. I asked when I first got it. Yeah, it would tumble, I think, if you turn too hard.
What car did we bring up here last time?
I think the M4.
M4?
Like years ago.
You know, you gotta try the Tesla before you sell it.
Nah, bro.
No?
Tesla would overheat like crazy in like 5 minutes. Yeah, bro. Last thing I need is a Tesla problem right before I sell it.
Nice, Jay. Nice, Jay. Nigga, I really do this.
John.
80K, come on. Alright, if you don't buy it, let's see. What? Bro. Alright, let's see what we got real quick. Alright, chat. We got mechanical workshop level 2. Okay, we're gonna go from this to this. $20,000. Should I do it? Yes or no? What's new? We're gonna get a car lift, ability to replace brakes, suspension, and exhaust parts. Yes or no, chat? Are we upgrading or are we not? What are we doing? Look at the other ones. Oh, we can get the other ones. We got level 3 right now. Oh, it's a lot of yeses. Let's do it. You have unlocked a new workshop level, which unlocks new repair options. Use the application on your computer or tablet called Tutorials if you need help with repairs. Got it. I ain't that. So now we gotta get more rep though. I ain't gonna get. Let's go see the store. Ooh, that car not there no more though, chat. My shit's trying to look a little more exotic. A little bit though, not too much, but a little bit, you know what I'm saying? Not too much. Okay, this should look alright. You feel me? So we can do the bottom and stuff like that. Let me see how that shit would look. More employees? Alright, bet. But for what though? Alright, let's check. Car limitation. Park the car, interact with the lift, enter the repair mode through the underside of the car. Replacing the parts with broken ones.
Ferrari technicians could work on it. But look, they said hold the start engine. Bro. Come on, bruh. I don't know what to try. Open the manual. It's your key fob issue for sure. Bro, read what it says, nigga. What the fuck does key fob have to do with a hot rod or some shit? A hot pipe. You close the door? I thought there was a door sensor issue. Time for a Bugatti. Yo, chat, just because your car has an issue doesn't mean you get rid of it. If that was the logic, I would have no cars. I would have got rid of all my shit. They all have issues, bro. All my cars have blown up before, except the Blackwing, actually. That's the only car that hasn't had a problem yet. It's a hot day. Yeah, bro. It's a little overcast, though. Like, the sun just popped out. I don't really know what to do, man. I don't know how